Well, this is a new adventure for Sailing SV Slow Ride. We are not going to be on Slow Ride today. We are going to do something completely different, but we are going to Washington Island. It's a gorgeous day. There's not a breeze in the sky right now. I know that's going to change. I know tomorrow's going to be kind of a wicked breezy day, but we'll be okay. But it's going to be fun. The colors are beyond peak, but there's still some colors left. We're going to rent a plane at Pulaski Airport, and we're going to fly up probably the coastline of Door County this morning and land at Washington Island.
What he said.
So this is our airplane we're going to be taking today. It's a 1972 Cessna 172. It's an old bird. It flies great. You know, it shows its age, but it's a good little plane. So before we leave, we just got to give it a quick little once over. We check the oil, check the fuel, make sure there's no water in the gas, just make sure everything looks like it should, check the tires, the brakes. Not that we're giving it a big inspection, but you're looking for big things that could just be out of place. So let's go ahead and do that. And we got just about 6 quarts, 5 3/4. We're good. And there's a lever I pull in here. You'll see the fuel comes out, and we just let it drain for a little bit. That way any water in the tank is at the bottom of the fuel tank. Then we got another sample port for the fuel system on the right wing. Then what we're doing is we're just looking in the bottom here to see if we see any bubbles, because little bubbles would be water. Nothing in there, so we're good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start here and walk all the way around the airplane, including the tire there. So you just look at the leading edge, make sure the pitot tube doesn't have any bugs in it.
What does that do?
The pitot tube is the ram air of the airplane, of the wind, rams into this, and it makes pressure, and it shows us how much airspeed we have on the gauge inside the airplane.
What's it called?
Pitot tube.
Pitot tube.
Yep. And this here is a stall horn. So when we go to land, if we get to the point where the plane's just about ready to stall, you'll hear a squealing noise in the airplane. That's what this is. It's a little whistle. The wind blows at a certain angle and it goes whee. Then you know if you get any more than that, the plane could stall. You just make sure the nav lights are still intact. Make sure when you pick one aileron up, the other one goes down. Then you just look at the connecting point here, make sure that the push rod is not loose or broken. And here's our flaps. Just making sure the rollers are not cracked, or make sure the guides here aren't bent or anything like that, so everything looks fine here. Again, just basically checking the brake pads and make sure everything looks in line. Got our elevator. When you lift this up, the wheel comes back, the yoke comes back in the plane. Got our push-pull connectors for the elevator here. Cables, make sure they're all connected. Same thing with the rudder. We got our control rods here, one on each side. I don't want to move it too much because it also steers the front tire, so you're just putting stress on it if you wiggle it too much. This is the trim tab, so when we're in flight we can trim it. So this goes up or down a little bit, keeps the airplane flying nice and straight without having a lot of pressure on the control. And the rollers, connecting points. And then you want to look inside of here just to give it a visual, because if these planes sit outside for a long time, squirrels or birds will build nests in these things. Just want to make sure there's nothing in there. And with that, I'm ready to go if you are. We'll move our truck.
Yep.
Maybe use the bathroom one last time.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna hop in. I'll put these up here for right now, and then we'll get a weather briefing. Okay, current conditions of 2 Papa 2. VFR, wind condition is at 180 at 5 knots, 10 miles statute visibility. Statute miles visibility, clear skies, temperature 2.11 Celsius, 2.11 Celsius. So that, I believe, can create fog when you have, they're exactly the same.
Oh.
Within 3 degrees or whatever. So we have to watch for that.
Okay.
All right, let's go flying.
All right.
Now we're legal. Get the right key in. Coming in up there. Are you going to take off again? Got it. a nice flight. A little bumpy on the way in, but tomorrow's going to be like that too.
It was perfect all the way here, though. It wasn't bumpy at all.
Yeah, because we're nice and high.
Oh.
He's looking for tie downs. I think he might have found some.
So the last time we came, which was many years ago, we had a courtesy van that we used, and I don't see it here today, so we're going to figure out how we're going to get to where we want to be today. Hi, my name's Mark Hansen. I just landed at the airport, and I got your number here on the sign, and I would like to see if we could use the tie-down straps that you got in these boxes here. Appreciate that. And then, is there a courtesy van available anymore out here, or is it still around? Oh, nice. He says he's the Lions Club guy, and he says, is there a red van out there anywhere? And I said, no. He said, better yet, is there a Piper Tri-Pacer sitting out there? I'm like, yep. He's like, they're using it right now. So they're just going for lunch, and they're going to come back with it and fly home.
Yeah,
so
we could totally hang out here for
we just
a
kind of do whatever, and you know, they could be gone for a couple hours. You never know. But and he said we could keep it overnight.
Oh, yeah, then let's just do that.
Yeah. He's got to have something on here if somebody would steal them, you know. Better yet, he said, free to use.
That's
So I can get this thing locked again, though.
They have bicycles here too that I guess you can use. There's donations for
There it
these
is.
bicycles. This is a great airport.
I know. Yeah. When Lori was smitten for me,
Back in 2009.
Back
the
in
summer of
2009.
2009, I believe.
So she came out to visit from St. Paul, probably like who knows, what, the third time we got together or something. It's kind of a first date, a real date. She came in town, and I rented the plane. It was a 150, and then it was a gorgeous July day, and we came up to Washington Island. So we rented the plane. I mean, we couldn't have asked for better weather.
Oh.
All the way here and all the way back home the next day. We rented the plane, we got here. The courtesy van was available, and it was like right there, so we grabbed it, and we went down to Gibson's. It was like 38 bucks for the night. You have to share a bathroom. And when we got there, we didn't really know what to expect, but it was like a bed and breakfast without the breakfast. So the guy was like really cool. He's like, hey, I'll show you around the place. This is our main floor, and this is all this and that. And then he goes, your room's upstairs here, and I'll show you where it is on the left, and there's your bathroom on the right of the hallway. And oh, and you guys go outside. We got some kayaks out there and some canoes. Feel free to use them. There's life jackets and paddles sitting right there.
Hammocks.
It's all yours. Yeah, there was a hammocks, you know, stuff like that, just to relax. So like, all right, cool, that sounds great, you know. And he's like, and then he goes, if you guys are around here later around dark, there's a wedding on the island across the bay, the little bay where the cabins are, or the lodges. He says they're getting married out there, and they're gonna have professional fireworks tonight. So was that neat? We went for dinner. There was a lady singing, really good guitarist lady from California, and then she was here because her parents were here, it looked like. So then we listened to that, had a good dinner, and then we went down to the shoreline or whatever with a blanket and a bottle of wine, and then the fireworks were going off, and that's how the day went. It was great.
Sat outside and had a bottle of wine on a blanket
Yep.
with our transistor radio that your friend said if you're, what
Yeah.
did he say?
Old Max Diesner says to me one time when I was just 25 years ago. He was 80 years old then. He's like, you know, when you meet that girl, or you talk about getting a, you know, when you meet your girlfriend, he says, you know, you gotta get yourself a transistor radio and a blanket, maybe a candle and a couple cans of beer. You go down by the lake there, and that's how you get things done. You know, you gotta know the guy. It was hilarious. He's an old pilot.
I think that was the first time I said I love you to you.
Here on the island?
Yeah, that day.
Could be. We got the car. It's back. See if it opened up. See if it's open. There we go.
So now we're gonna head out and see if we can get some food.
Yes.
How was your old fashioned?
It was very good. And it's gone.
Now we just gotta figure out where are we gonna go for supper.
Figure it out. We'll go to Gibson's, and then we'll figure it out. It's locked. someone else took our room. Right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone else named Mark apparently said, I called in, I got a room or whatever.
He did not.
Oh, he didn't call?
He rang the doorbell.
Here.
Let's just this way. Herb is the owner. Him and his wife have been here for 75 years. And a person rang the doorbell in the front and Herb said, "Are you Mark?" And he said, "Yes." So we put him in room 2, and that's our room. Hopefully, Mark number 2 is going to be okay with the room number 1.
He shouldn't matter. He's all by himself.
Yeah. So here's Mark number 2 signed in already. He says, nice and cozy.
Yes, this is a very cozy place.
What should we write?
Great to be back after, what was it, 13 years?
How about just back?
Yep. Let's go drive around, find a place we can go eat tonight. Sand dunes.
We are trying to find a place to have dinner, but this is so, whoa, Nelly. 23-hour service. That's kind of fun, because you got to have lunch. Mark got us a reservation.
Yes. Someplace we've been many times, Cap's Marina.
But it's called Ship Wheels Restaurant or something, right?
Yeah. And they said they had a limited menu tonight, but they do have steaks.
Colors are beautiful, look at that. So quiet here.
This is really nice. It's like Schoolhouse Beach Rocks. Right there. Well, we're at the restaurant and wanted to show you this really cool palm tree. Stare at that for like 10 minutes straight.
There's a bat above our heads as well.
Yep.
I love room. Cute little place.
out.
Made it!
Yep, back at Pulaski Airport. It's a good old plane. Does the job. Yeah, it's still a beautiful day. It's breezy, but man, is it nice out for October.
So nice, yeah. Mark is a fantastic pilot.
Would you know the difference? Besides the fact we got back safe?
Because I'm a nervous flyer and I wasn't very nervous at all.
Well, it was fun.